Hello everyone, welcome back to Maelstrom Gaming. My name is Matthew Gardner, and today I'm going to be playing Marvel Legendary using cards from the Midnight Suns expansion. This is the newest expansion for the Marvel Legendary line, and it is going to be covering the Midnight Suns and the more horror-type elements of the Marvel Universe. So we're going to be using, in this particular game, you have Blade, the Daywalker, Morbius, the Living Vampire, and Wong, the Master of the Mystic Arts. And including the expansion as well, which we aren't going to be using today, will be the Werewolf by Night and Elsa Bloodstone. And so it's going to be, more of that werewolf and vampire type side of the Marvel Universe, which is really cool. And so I'm going to be playing through this with these heroes here. We'll take a look at the villain setup in just a bit. Just a quick note, we've already done several playthroughs of Marvel Legendary in the past on the channel, so if you do not actually know how to play the Marvel Legendary, like the base game, I recommend go ahead and watching the video that will be linked to this one, which is where I go through and explain all the rules to the game. But if you do know how to play Legendary, this will be a good video just to see how the new content works. So, taking a look at the scheme and mastermind, we have Lilith here, and she starts with 8 attack, which is pretty weak, but she's going to get +1 attack for each bystander in the KO pile. Whenever she does a Master Strike, she's going to be hunting for victims, and the way that works is whenever a card tells you to hunt for victims, you're going to check the city in the mastermind spot to see if any of the villains or masterminds in play have captured a bystander. If so, you will KO one of those bystanders, but if not, then the villain hunting for victims will then capture a bystander that then can be KO'd later on. So she's going to be able to fill the KO pile with bystanders, which is not good. So we're going to need to protect those bystanders from being killed. And then if she KOs a bystander this way, then each player will gain a wound. So that's not very nice. You'll be able to get much more powerful as it goes on. And actually, this mastermind really combos very well with the scheme. So this is the Ritual Sacrifice to summon Chithron. And so the way this works is very interesting. So setup is 6 twists +1 per player. Then you add the Lilith as an extra villain group. But if you're using Lilith as your mastermind, which we are, you are actually only going to have 1 twist in the deck total. But you still have the extra villain group. So we actually only have 1 scheme twist in the entire villain deck, which is very abnormal. Twist 1 through 4, which again we only see the first one here, is a villain or mastermind hunts for victims, and then 5 through 11, the mastermind will hunt for victim. And then if there are ever special rules, if there are ever 5 bystanders in the KO pile, we will shuffle all twists from the KO pile back to the villain deck, and then we will flip this scheme over. It'll transform onto its backside, and all of their masterminds and their tactics will be KO'd. So it'll flip over and turn into this guy. So the Great Old One Chithon. And this is really cool. So, like it says on the back here, he will kill all the other masterminds, and he will replace them as the only mastermind in the game. And he has 27 attack, but he doesn't have any other tactics. So you just have to defeat him one time. But that said, 27 attack in 1 turn is very difficult to get. When he gets a Master Strike or Scheme Twist, you'll destroy the current player and then shuffle this Twist or Strike back into the villain deck. And then when all the players are destroyed, he wins. So, yeah, this is really tough. If he flips over, you draw a single Master Strike or Scheme Twist, you are dead. Especially in a solo game, there's only 1 player, so you're just dead. So let's go ahead and shuffle up here, and I will take a look at the villain card here. And so it is a Scheme Twist. Wow. So we'll start off by hunting for victims. And so there are no bystanders in the city right now, so we'll just draw 1. And so the public speaker will be captured by our mastermind there. And then we'll go ahead and take one of these cards and put it under the hero deck. I will go ahead and take this card right here and put that at the bottom. Alright, so let's take a look at what we have in our hand here. So we have 3 attack and 3 recruits. So we'll go ahead and buy Hunt High and Low. This is one of Blade's cards. So it gives us 2 attack, and this will allow you to patrol 2 city spaces. So what that means is you'll check the city space, and if some condition is met, in this case actually they're both looking for whether it's empty or not, then you will be able to trigger an ability. So For example, this one right here says patrol the rooftops. If it's empty, reveal the top card of your deck, you may KO it. And then patrol the sewers. If it's empty, you may reveal the bottom card of your deck, and you may KO it. So if I were to play this right now, both the rooftops and the sewers are empty, so I'd be able to KO the top and bottom cards of my deck. But if one of them was full, I'd not be able to do that ability there. So you're just going to be looking at whether or not city spaces are filled, typically, and then you'll be doing something based off of that. You also may notice that the cards here are kind of splayed oddly, and that's because of the Moonlight Sunlight ability. So you have cards here that can have either the Moonlight keyword or the Sunlight keyword. And the way that works is those abilities will trigger only if the HQ is in Moonlight or Sunlight. And the way you determine that is if there are more even-numbered costing heroes than odd-numbered heroes, then it will be in Sunlight, all the Sunlight abilities will trigger, and then vice versa. If there are more odd-numbered costs than there are even, then the Moonlight will be triggering. And so the way I just like to do this is having it all the odd cost cards just be down a little bit, and that just makes it very clear at a glance whether or not it's Moonlight or Sunlight. So that's going to be a mechanic that's going to come into play a lot in this set. So we'll go ahead and draw our new hand of cards here, and we will go ahead and play another card. So we have the Patriarch here, and so he has 4 attack, not too bad, but he does have an ambush ability. It says Haunt, an unhaunted hero in the HQ that costs 3 or less. So this is another new mechanic. And the way this works, we'll take a hero that costs 3 or less. Actually, there is no one, so I'm pretty sure that he'll just go into the city there. I can double check that. But if he were to haunt someone, the way it works is you tuck their card underneath the hero, and you won't be able to purchase the hero card while they're being haunted. But the what you can do is you can spend attack equal to their cost there, and you can either choose to KO the hero or gain it, and then you will have exercised the haunting villain, and they will go into the city as just a regular villain. So since there's no one that they actually can haunt, they'll just go into the city there. I believe that's right. We'll just go ahead and play through our turn there. So we have 5 recruit and 1 attack. So I'm going to go ahead and buy Seal the Rift. This is really cool. So you'll patrol the bridge. If it's empty, you'll draw 2 cards. But if it's not empty, you'll get +5 attack, only usable to fight the villain, to fight villains on the bridge. So that's very cool, like that. And then next I plan on buying this, hopefully, which will actually allow me to move villains around the city, which is very cool. So, actually another copy of Ride by Moonlight. Alright. Shuffle up real quick. Alright, next up, for the villain turn, we have a Master Strike. So, we will hunt for victims, and so that will KO the public speaker. Since a bystander was KO'd this way, we'll get a wound, unfortunately. And then, that is 1 out of 5 sacrificed bystanders, so that's not good. Since we drew a Master Strike, we'll have to play another card, and it's going to be Blackout. Blackout gets +1 attack for each bystander in the KO pile while it is Moonlight. And in an ambush, he'll hunt for victims, and if it's a Moonlight, he will hunt again. Not good, but unfortunately, or actually rather fortunately, we are in Sunlight right now, so he'll just hunt for victims once, and he'll capture the shapeshifted copycat there. But if we were in Moonlight, he would have actually just then hunted again and would have sacrificed that copycat. So we'll go ahead and play our cards out here. I don't have enough money to buy anything out here, so let's go ahead and buy an officer. And then that will be my turn. Not a super exciting turn, but hey, more recruit is always good. Okay, so next up, we have another Master Strike. Very, very bad here, because then this shapeshifted copycat will be taken out, and then we will have to gain a wound, and we'll play another card, and it is Metaricus. And they have Blood Frenzy, which is really interesting. So what that means, you'll check your victory pile, and for each unique value of card in your victory pile, you'll get +1 attack. So if you had cards that give you 1 victory point and then a card that gave you 2 victory point, he'd get +2. And then on ambush, you'll hunt the rightmost unhaunted hero in the HQ. So rightmost will be this one right here. So Wong is being haunted right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and play out some cards. And there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and play Hunt High and Low. The rooftops are empty, but the sewers are not. So we'll go ahead and look at the top card of my deck. And I'm, of course, going to KO that. Get rid of that bad card there. So we got 3 attack here and then 4 recruit. So I will go ahead and buy Where Monsters Lurk, which will give us 2 recruit. If we patrol the rooftops and it's empty, we'll draw a card. And then if we patrol the sewers and it's empty, we get +1 recruit. Very nice, versatile card there. Okay, we'll go ahead and draw our next hand. Okay, so we have our Seal the Rift card here, which the bridge is currently empty. So that is going to give us 2 cards. We didn't play that, so that's cool. Alright, next up we have the Skinner here. And so he gets +2 attack where there are at least 4 bystanders in the KO pile. And on ambush, she's going to hunt for victims. And then on fight, we're going to KO one over here. So we'll go ahead and capture Warlock there. Okay. So let's go ahead and lay out those cards there. Seal the Rift will give us 2 cards. That's nice. And so let's see. We got 1, 2, and then we have Hunt high and low. Unfortunately, both the rooftops and the sewers are both full, so that's not going to do anything right now. But they will give us 4 attacks, so I'm going to go ahead and use that to take out... I could take out Patriarch, or I could take out the Haunting Villain here, and so I can actually get the Searing Shards of Sunlight. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and take out Patriarch, so I'm going to look at the top card of my deck, and if it costs 3 or less, I can draw it. Alright, I'll go ahead and draw that. So now the rooftops are empty. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 recruit. I'm going to ride by Moonlight so I can start moving around some villains to more advantageous positions. Okay, firmly in Sunlight right now. Alright, so we drew another copy of this nasty fella here, Metaricus, and so he will go ahead and haunt Lane, the next rightmost hero. And then looking at our hand here, we do have a nasty wound. We do have this card, and so since the rooftops are empty, we will be able to draw a card, which is another wound. So this is an obvious sign to me that I would like to just do nothing and get rid of those wounds. If I ever have 2 wounds in my hand, that is something I'm inclined to do. I just really dislike having wounds in my deck, and if I have a chance to get 2 of them gone, I will. Next up, we have Outcast. So on ambush, she's going to hunt for victims. Then each player reveals a random card for their hand. If that card costs less than the number of bystanders in the KO pile, that player discards that card. So hunting for victims will be successful, unfortunately. And so we have a total of 3 bystanders in the KO pile. So not great. And so this random card I'm revealing, if it costs 3 or less, I discard it. Alright, say agent there, so it's discarded. So we'll go ahead and get 4 recruit there, and so I'm going to get Where Monsters Lurk. Alright, another copy of Hunt High and Low, which I really like that card. It's very cool to be able to KO up to 2 cards from your deck situationally, so that's very cool. Alright, now another copy of Outcast, so know what to do here. We're going to go ahead and capture the Paramedic there, and then if this next card I reveal costs 3 or less, we'll also discard that. It does cost 0, so that's gone. Right, so we've got 2 there. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll move Ride by Moonlight. We'll take the Skinner and move him over to the bridge. Then when I play Hunt High and Low, I will be able to look at the card of my deck and potentially KO it. I'm not going to KO that one. I will actually then, in a bit, play Where Monsters Lurk to draw that card. But first, I have my 5 attack, so I'm going to take out Outcast. And double check. I don't think I have any wounds in my discard pile. I do not. But then that clears up the sewers, and so I'm going to want to go ahead and then play Where Monsters Lurk. So I'll draw a card and get +1 recruit since both the rooftops and the sewers are empty. Play Grant Ward there. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recruit total. We'll get Ride by Moonlight. And then we will draw a Psychic there. Okay. So that's a pretty good turn, I would say. Alright, so I actually did end up rescuing that bystander, which is very good, because that means that they won't be sacrificed. So the next time they hunt for victims, we'll have to just populate the city with a bystander, which is good. Okay, so we got our 6 cards there. Drawing cards, a Master Strike, very good. Now we don't have to KO anything there. So Lilith's going to have to capture the Engineer there. And then we'll draw our second card, and it's going to be Patriarch. And he's going to be haunting Hunt High and Low. So we have a lot of haunted cards here. So the Seal the Rift card, since the rooftops, or rather the bridge, is full, it will give us 5 attack, which you can only use to take that guy out. Which he will just do that. So we'll have to go ahead and play that, take that guy out. First, we'll go ahead and play our Shield Troopers and Agents. And then we have where monsters lurk, so we'll be able to draw a card for that one. And we have Grant Ward there. That's actually pretty cool. Okay. Alright, we'll play that 2 more recruit. Actually, you know what? Let's hold on to that card for a second. Actually, let's go back a step. Let's not play this. I might actually end up sending this undercover. So first we'll spend our 5 attack here to get rid of Skinner. And so we can KO one of our heroes. We'll take out the Shield Trooper. We still have 3 attacks, so I'm going to take out I'm going to exercise that, so I'll go there. And we'll get Hunt High and Low. Alright, so then I have 1, 2 recruit. And I could... Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and play this card and send it undercover. So it'll give me, go up to 4 recruit, and then I'll KO this card as part of the text there. And so I have 4 recruit. I'm going to go ahead and get Searing Shards of Sunlight. So 2 attack. On Sunlight, you get +1 attack, and on Ranged, you'll get +1 as well. So a nice bit of attack bonus there. And then we'll go ahead and draw our next hand. Okay. So we have Sister Nil, and so Moonlight, she's going to get +2 attack, and on Ambush, she's going to hunt for victims. Each player reveals more non-gray heroes than the number of bystanders in the KO pile or gains a wound. So we'll go ahead and take out the engineer there, and then we'll have to reveal 4 non-gray, oh, there we go, 4 exactly non-gray heroes, so we don't have to gain the wound there. And then just double checking, we do in fact have 4 out of the 5 bystanders in the KO pile, so very close to Cthulhu coming. And so let's see what we want to do about that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play Ride by Moonlight to move Outcast over to the bridge there. And then we'll go ahead and play Where Monsters Lurk to draw a card. And then we'll play Hunt High and Low. And we will go ahead and... Actually, let's not play that quite yet. We'll play the other Ride by Moonlight, which will give us 6 attack, which will be enough to take out Sister Nil. So we'll get rid of her. And then we'll be able to play Hunt High and Low. So I'll look at the top card of my deck and then the bottom card of my deck, and I can KO any or both of them. So, revealing that, yes, I'm going to KO that. And then revealing the bottom card of my deck, I'm also going to KO that. So that's fantastic. Got rid of 2 terrible cards there. So, we'll play our last Shield Agent there. So we have our 2 extra attack, actually 3 extra attack, which is not enough to do anything, unfortunately. But we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... recruit. Okay, let's go ahead and get Insatiable Craving, which is Blood Frenzy on a Instinct, or sorry, that's Covert, it's red. And looking at our victory pile, we have 4, a 1, a 2, and a 3. So we actually have victory point costs of 1 through 4. So he get 4 attack from that Blood Frenzy. So that's pretty neat. Okay, and draw that card there. Okay. So looking at our next hand there, let's got a Sidekick, and then an Officer, and then an Agent and Trooper. Alright, so last 3 cards there. Alright, not super exciting hand, but we'll see what happens. And we have Meat Market, so he's going to +1 attack for each bystander in the KO pile, which is currently 4. On Ambush, he's going to hunt for victims. And then on Fight, we're going to be able to KO a card from our discard pile. So, I'll go ahead and play the Sidekick to start out, so we'll draw 2 cards and put that at the bottom of the stack there. And, ooh, nice, some cards there, that are very cool. We'll go ahead and just play these vanilla cards out of my hand real quick. And then I will play Where Monsters Lurk to draw a card, play another Agent there. Okay, so then, let's play Hunt High and Low. We'll look at the top card of my deck. I'm not going to KO that, of course. And we'll play the second copy of that. Actually, let's see. We have 4 currently. 4 attack. So I have 6 once I play this card as well. Okay, we'll go ahead and play that. So we have 6 attack, and of course, I'm not going to KO this card. I already looked at that. And so, we have 6 attack here. Clear the city out a little bit. We'll take out Patriarch. We'll look at the top card of our deck. I know it doesn't cost 3 or less, but if it did, we would be able to draw that. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit. Go ahead and play Scalded by Sunlight. It gives 2 attack. On Sunlight, you may gain a wound. If you do draw, you get +2 attack. And on Moonlight, you may KO a wound from your hand or discard pile. If you do, get +2 attack. Okay, we'll get Ride by Moonlight right there, which is a very nice card. Okay, so let's see what we get now. And it is a Sapien Lee. So on Fight, we can KO one of our heroes, then reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a henchman villain, we play it. So a little bit of a cascading effect there. And very fun hand here, lots of special cards. So of course we're going to start with Seal the Rift, which will just give us straight 5 attack to spend on anyone in the bridge. And then we will go ahead and be able to play Ride by Moonlight, which would actually allow us to move some of our people in the city around. So I actually think I want to do that. So I'm going to move Meat Market and swap it with Outcast. And so then I'll be able to take that out there. So let's do that. So we'll go ahead and spend our... we have 5 attacks that has to be spent in the bridge, and then 3 that can be spent anywhere. We'll spend a total of 7 attack to take out Meat Market. We'll be able to KO card from my discard pile, which will be a Shield Agent, I want to say. And then we will go ahead and have the Dog Show Judge, which this, everyone reveals the top card of the deck, and then whoever drew this card chooses one player to draw the top card of the deck, but in a single player game, just me, so I draw that card. And then we will go ahead and play another Ride by Moonlight to move the Sapien League over to the bridge. Actually, I might not. So then we'll go ahead and play Searing Shards of Sunlight, which will give us 3 attack since it is Sunlight currently. And then we'll play Satiable Craving, which will give us 2 attack plus 1 for every unique victory point in our discard pile, or victory pile. So we have 1, 3, 3, 4, 1, 4, 2. Okay, so we have 1 through 4 still. So that'll give us 6 attack total. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 remaining attack points. 10. Then we have 11, 12, 13, 14 attack, and we can move a villain if we'd like. Let's go ahead and move Outcast over to the bridge. 14 attack. So Lilith, we could take her out. She would be getting plus 4 attack right now, so that's not fantastic. Let's go ahead and start the Sapien League, see what goes from there. So we'll be able to KO the Shield Trooper there. We'll reveal the top card of the deck. If it's a henchman, we'll play it. It is not. So we have 11 attack. So now I'll play Where Monsters Lurk. So I'll get plus 1 recruit and be able to draw a card. Okay. Alright, so right now we're looking at 11 attack and 4 recruit. So I could just take out both of those right there. Oh, actually, I spent too much a little bit. I can't actually take out Lilith anymore. So let's go ahead and take out... Let's exercise... Actually, I could exercise both of them. So let's go ahead and exercise this. So we'll have that go here. And then we will go ahead and actually just take out this villain here. So we'll KO one of my heroes. So it'll be a Shield Agent there. So that'll be our 7 attack spent. Meaning we have 4 left. And I think I will go ahead and exercise this card then. So I'll go up here. So now the HQ is empty of villains, which is kind of nice. All right, and then we have our 4 recruit, which honestly I'm not sure what I want to do exactly. I think I might just get a sidekick and I'll just call it a day. Let's do that. All right. Okay, so kind of cleared the city there. At the same time, maybe I should have gone and instead taken Lilith out once. I don't know. Pretty sure all of her twists do have her hunt for victims though, so that's kind of a risky situation if you want to fight her. Then you'll have to hunt for victims even more. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Alright, so we have 3, 6, okay. Draw our card here, and it is Atrocity, so he's going to hunt the leftmost HQ here in the HQ, so that guy will be haunted. Then we will go ahead and play our cards here. Seal the Rift will just give us straight up 5 attack for anyone in the bridge, of course. So, I got some options here. So let's go ahead and play Ride by Moonlight to swap these guys. So I can focus fire on that, so it'll be 7 attack. So then we will have 3, 4, 9, 10 attack, 5 of which has to be spent here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 4 of my attack there to take out Outcast. And then I'm going to play Hunt High and Low, looking at the bottom card and then top card of my deck. I'm not going to KO either of those. It's actually kind of funny. It's the same card. Then we will be able to spend... we have now 6 we have now 8 attacks, so we'll be able to take out this nasty fella here, and we will go ahead and KO this shield trooper, or as a shield agent, right? And then we'll go ahead and play Where Monsters Lurk. So we have an option to draw a card here. Okay, so that'll be 1, 2, 3 extra attack. So I have 4 attack. That's a little unfortunate. I actually don't have anything else to spend that on. But then I do have 3 recruit as well, so we'll just go ahead and grab a psychic there. Don't really want to buy too many more cards. We'll draw. Okay. And then we will get an engineer. So Blackout will capture this engineer. So we'll want to rescue that as quickly as we can. We'll go and play Hunt High and Low. So we'll look at the bottom card, still the same card, and look at the top card. Not going to KO that. And then we will go and play Where Monsters Lurk to draw that card. Another copy to draw another card there. We'll play Ride by Moonlight. I'm not going to move him, I don't think. We'll play Scalded by Sunlight. Don't have any wounds in my discard pile as far as I can... No, I don't. Okay, so I can't get the extra attack there. And then we have Shield Trooper, and then we'll play Darwin. So the way this guy works is if the most recent other hero you played this turn has a recruit icon, you get +2 recruit. And if it has an attack icon, you get +2 attack, and if it has both, you get both. So the last card we played is attack, so that'll give us 2 attacks. So it'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 attack total. And so we'll be able to take out this guy here, because he gets +1 for each, +1 attack for each bystander in the victory pile. Or sorry, the KO pile. So we'll rescue that engineer. Look at the top card of my deck. If it costs 0, we KO it. It does not cost 0. So there we go. City is clear. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recruit, and I'll go ahead and get Creature of Dawn and Dusk. He has 4 attack. On Sunlight, you get +2 attack, and you may put a hero from the HQ on the bottom of the hero deck. And then on Moonlight, you get Blood Frenzy. So very cool there. And we'll go ahead and draw our next card. Okay, Sageful Craving. So next up, we'll play the next villain card, and it's the Master Strike. So we'll go ahead and have Lilith capture a bystander. Right, so now the next card we're going to play... Oh, okay, so we have Meat Market here. That's not good, because he is going to unambush Hunt Victims. There are now 5 bystanders in the victory pile, so Lilith is going to die. This is going to get shuffled back into the villain deck, and this transforms into our massive 27 attack, but with only 1 tactic, Mastermind. We just need to take him out, and then we win. 27 attack. Let's do this. Yeah, right. Let's see, how many Master Strikes do we go through? So, 4. So, in this deck here, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards left, 2 of those will kill us. One's a Master Strike, one's a Scheme Twist. Both of those cards will kill us. Yeah. So very close here to death. We'll see what happens, and maybe we'll get lucky and actually be able to take him out. I doubt it, but we'll see. We're going to play Hairball, so we get to draw a card, and that'll give us 1 attack. We'll go ahead. We have a agent there. We'll play Hunt, let's see, what do we have here? Okay, so we'll play Scalded by Sunlight. We're currently in Moonlight, and I don't have any wounds, so that doesn't do much of anything for me. We'll go ahead and play Insatiable Craving, which now we have 1 through 5 victory pile, victory point costs in our victory pile, so this will give us 7 attack total, so we're sitting at 7, 8, 9, 10 attack. Then we will go ahead and be able to play Searing Shards of Sunlight, so we'll get +2 attack there. So let's actually go tile here. So we'll go, let's see, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is what we're currently sitting at. So, hey, 12 out of 27. We're getting there, right? So we're looking at 12 out of 27. We'll go ahead and play Hunt High and Low, which gives us 2 extra attacks, so we're sitting at 14 here. Look at the card in my deck here. I'm not going to KO that. So then we'll play our next card, which is going to be Creature of Dawn and Dusk. And we are going to Blood Frenzy, which will give us 5 extra attack, going up to 19. And then this, by default, gives us 4 attack. So we'll go up to 23, and this is so painful, so close. Oh my goodness. Man. Okay, well, luckily for us, we can just take out everything that is currently in the city here. So we'll get rid of Meat Market. We don't have any cards on our discard pile, so we can't do that, and we'll exercise this. So we get, it's Morbin time, right. Okay, I'm pretty sure, yeah, whatever. So we get 3 attack here, and then Blood Frenzy, drawing that many cards instead of getting attack. So, hey, that lets us to draw 5 cards. Really great. Then we will go ahead and draw that new card here. And so, you know, we can also just take out Atrocity, and we'll get a Bystander, which is going to be the Radiation Scientist. So we can KO one of my heroes or a hero from our discard pile. So I'll get rid of the Shield Agent, and of course, Hairball goes away for the turn. Okay, while I was only 4 attacks short from just straight up winning the game there, that's a little bit frustrating. But hey, now that we have It's Morbin time in our deck, we'll be able to win. As long as I can survive, and this is not a Master Strike or Scheme Twist. Wow, Okay, so we have Skinner. He is going to have 7 attacks since there are 4 or more bystanders in the KO pile, and he will hunt for victims. So that's that. Okay. And then let's see what we get. So we get 2 Shield Troopers. We get 2 Ride by Moonlight. So we'll just move him over to the bridge so he's out of the way. Then we can play Where the Monsters Lurk to draw a card. Hunt high and low. Bottom card of the deck's good. We'll also want to leave the top card there. Next up, we'll play Searing Shards of Sunlight. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 attack total. Not close, not very close, but we'll be able to take this out. And then the Radiation Scientist and Skinner both allow us to KO card 1 each, so we'll get rid of those 2 troopers. So, hey, our deck is looking fantastic right now, but we just need to actually draw the right cards. So we have the Where Monsters Lurk, gives us 3 attack, or 3 recruit total. We'll go ahead and take Bridge Between Dimensions. If we can control the bridge here with that to draw us an extra card. So, hey, maybe they'll give us the extra attack we need. Okay, so if I can get, like, It's Morbin time and Creature of Dawn and Dusk in the same hand, I think we might be able to do it. But let's go ahead and see. I don't know, we have a lot of card draw there. So we might be able to just draw through our entire deck and get all the attack we need. We will see. But of course, there are only 7 cards in the deck there for the villains there. So chances are that we will draw one of the nasty cards. So let's see. Alright, we draw some of our cards there. And Moment of Truth. Oh no! Oh man. So we are consumed and we are dead. But just for fun, let's see if we could have done it. So let's see. We go ahead and draw our 2 cards. And we get It's Morbin time. Okay, very cool. So then we'll go ahead and play 3 copies of Where Monsters Lurk to draw 3 cards. Then we'll play Scalded by Sunlight, which will give us 2 extra attack there. So currently our rank total is at 2 for the turn. Then we are going to play Searing Shards of Sunlight to go up to 4 attack there. We'll play 2 copies of Hunt and Low. So the first one, we don't want to KO that card. We also don't want to KO that card. Then we will go ahead and play Insatiable Craving. Actually, interestingly enough, I can only play, for the special ability, I can only play one of them. So I can either get the It's Morbin time special ability to get the Blood Frenzy to draw 5 cards, or I could get it for get +5 attack. I'm pretty sure that's the only cards I have. I have 4 cards in my deck. So actually a really good thing to do here would be to spend my recruit. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total recruit. So I'm going to spend 5 here to get Ride by Moonlight. And actually, interesting enough, okay, let's go ahead and actually just get the Where the Monsters Dwell, or Lurk. So then we have 6 cards combined that we have not drawn yet. So I'm going to play Insatiable Craving. Actually, I totally just missed that. Seal the Rift is red, so we totally get both of those. So that's great. So we're currently, let's just recalculate here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 is our total attack so far. Pretty close. We'll get It's Morbin time, which will give us 3 attack. And then we get to draw 5 cards. So first 4 cards are from the top of my deck. The last card here will be between one of these, but it doesn't actually matter. Because okay, this card will just allow me to draw the next card. There we go. Okay. Then, each of these will give me 4 attacks, so it's going to be 12 more attack there. which will put us up to 31, which is, of course, enough to take it out. So 31, we can play this card here, which will give us 9 extra attacks. So it'll be 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay, 44. So we're currently sitting at 44 attack. If we had not drawn the Scheme Twist, we would have gotten our 44 attack, and we would have won. So, yeah, it came down to the final card draw here, and we just barely lost. So, that's a little frustrating, but that's fine. It's all game. It's all fine, and I think I built a pretty cool deck here. I'm pretty pleased with, and I think that scheme is so cool, just the way it's like, I don't know, it feels very, you know, Arkham Horror, very Cthulhu-esque, where it's hard to stop the Great Evil One, but there's always a chance. Alright, so that was a playthrough of the Midnight Suns expansion there. Of course, there's a little more content that wasn't in this game. One more Mastermind and 2 more heroes that weren't included in this particular setup. But I hope this gives you a good taste of what the expansion is like. The other 3 schemes, there also are 3 more schemes in this one here. One of them is really cool, where you actually play blackjack every time Scheme Twist is drawn, so that's really cool. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it helpful. If you did like it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to Maelstrom Gaming to see more content like this when I upload it. And until next time, happy gaming!